Look at this, eh? So 1919. These would have been brand new back then. What's this old thing? Holy smokes, is that ever heavy? Definitely cast iron. Oh, jeez, man, that's super heavy, that thing. I'm gonna pack that out. Somebody had a strong bow. I'll pack that out. Yeah, look at, oh, what's this? That's probably from the original days, that. I don't think somebody hauled that in. Cool. A wash pan. Boy, they built stuff to last back then, didn't they, eh? Look at that. Oh, this is part of an old stove. That's the old pipe. That's for the chimney pipe. They used to use the oval pipes. I don't know why they did that. Does anybody know why they did that? Yeah, so, man, it's been so long. I've never been here alone. I'm always here with a bunch of people, so it's, you know, this time I'll be able to really explore around. I don't think I'm going to spend the night here, though. We'll see. No, I don't think so. Look at that, eh? The old cabins. This is obviously newer. Trapper made a trap, I guess. I don't know how many cabins they would have had here. Every time I've come, it's been either winter or late in the season. This year, it's just a bit earlier. It's pretty nice out. But yeah, here's the little creek. I have pictures of us sliding down, like farther up. I have pictures of us sliding down the ice. I don't know if there's stuff farther. Like, I've never walked on the other side of that creek. But I mean, who knows? Maybe there's more stuff to be found, right? I think we're going to take a walk. We're going to go, look at this, eh? No chainsaw used there. Super, super neat. So one cabin here, one over there, one right here. Oops, here's another one. Some more boards. The war had just ended when this mine fired up. 1914 to 1918 was the war, right? Look at that, eh? Boy, they sure worked hard. There was no such thing as a chainsaw back then. You just have to have so much respect for these guys. Like, they were just working like we were too. And some of them worked long hours, like some of them worked 8 hours, and sometimes they worked more hours. There's another cabin. And then they tried to fight for a 9-hour work day, you know, instead of getting like working like a slave. Holy smokes, man. Can you imagine, like, back in the day, you're doing this all by hand? Boy, they were tough. But that's why when you look at pictures, they're young, but they look old. That's partly why. I mean, they just work so freaking hard, you know? What's this old thing? Okay, so one cabin here, two there, and there's one over here again. That's 3. 1, 2, or sorry, that's 4. And then the trail goes farther up, and it kind of ended. And I remember we hiked in, and there was a section where some train tracks came right out of the ground. Yeah, there it is. Geez, they haven't really changed much in 20-some years. Like, really, they haven't. I guess the bush is just so thick in here. I don't know, but I'm surprised that they're still there. And there's no talk of this. Like the name that this mine has right now is not the name of the mine. So it's always been known as the Prine mine, and originally I thought that maybe that wasn't the name of it because the AER records say, I think it says something like the Radstock seam. But the mine I worked at years ago was the Cardinal River mine, or Cardinal River coals. But then the mine that I actually worked at just down from where the original one was called the Cheviot mine. So I guess it could still be, maybe that truly was the name of it, Prine mine. I don't know. More research is needed. And it operated from 1919 to 1924, and I never ever read that in the history books. I've never read anything about this mine. So I think this history should be preserved, you know, like, I mean, it'd be cool to have a trail coming here. Like, the trail's here already. The whole point of coming in here is because it's rugged and rough and fun, right? That's how it should stay. What's this over here? Oh, just somebody cutting through here. We're gonna go up farther. We're gonna follow the trail, and I'm gonna see if I can find where those tracks come out of the ground. Like, there obviously was the shafts would have been, they must have went into over here. I mean, they were here for 5 years, so I mean, I don't know how much they could do. It was crazy what they, I see something up over there. I see something like a mound. So yeah, they must have just sunk shafts into this hillside here. But like, if you look on the map, I'm as far as you can go. It's nothing but, not mountain as in rock mountain. It's just, it's a mountain, but it's got trees on it. Like, I'm looking at it right now. It's way up there. And you can't go any farther. You just run right into that. So there is actually another little hidden trail around here that I know of. I've never been on it, but I know about it. But we're not going to talk about it today. But yeah, see, like, this is a little trail. So maybe there's something up here. I should grab my bear spray, because you never know when you run into Mr. Grizz. This would not be good. Yeah, see, like, you see how there's nothing there? Often that means that's a well beaten down path. Like, even if it's 100 years old, but it was super, super busy, beaten down, often that's what that means, is that it was a road. So I don't know if I've ever walked up there. I don't think I have, because I've always come here when there's snow on the ground. So we're gonna go for a little stroll there too. But we'll go check out these train tracks, or coal cart tracks first. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll get the old detector out. We'll see. Yeah, I've never explored back here, but it's all open. I wonder how they found the coal way the hell out here originally. Like this is just out in the middle of nowhere. They must have just, I don't know, I guess you go up on horseback, because obviously that trail wouldn't have been there at the time. So they weave their way through the bush. I mean, this is thick, thick bush. Okay, folks, I found the tracks. I also found a little fire pit there not far away from it. And yeah, like, you know, if you're watching this video, you've come all this way out in the middle of nowhere. Like, you're way the hell out in the mountains, and you gotta leave your beer cans, you gotta leave your beans. Just pack it out. Like, how hard is it to just crush it up and pack it out, really? Okay, so there's the creek down there. This phone's a little wonky. I've got my other phone now. We're gonna go for a stroll. Okay, so here's my old iPhone 6 Plus. I remember when I got it, I was, you know, like, I didn't know anybody that had one. They'd just come out. I didn't have it long, went on a snowmobiling trip, lost it, went back all the way back into town, went back out to this cabin to look for it with a metal detector, and a buddy of mine, and maybe one of us stepped on it, I'm not sure, but anyways, the screen was all cracked. So then I had paid for some warranty for my phone, so I got my other 6 Plus, and that one was the one that I used for all my adventures. I mean, it had been on thousands and thousands of adventures. So, because this one wasn't very old when it got smashed. The other one, I'm not sure where it is. This is the original screensaver. The brand was Anchor, and look at this. That's how much I used this phone that's from swiping. Isn't that crazy? This thing was broken for the last couple of years. It was broken, and then the other back half of it just blew apart. But I used to have to take this thing and I'd have to put it over the fire. Like in this video, every time I use this phone, if it was a good warm day out, it would kind of work. The battery would just die so fast, so then I'd have to put it over the fire to warm up the battery, and then the screen started shaking around, and so that's what I'm talking about in the video. Just nobody realizes how much work it took to just take those crappy old videos with this thing. Okay, so last time I was here was October of 2017. I was with two other guys. I was with my cousin and another friend. And I don't know if they were out of their element or if they were afraid of the dark or what, but they weren't too gung-ho about coming to find these train tracks in the dark. But I knew they were here. And so we looked and we never found them. I'm pretty sure we didn't find them on that trip. Or maybe we did find them, but didn't find the geocache. I can't remember. But anyways, the first couple times I was here, I didn't know about these little tracks. And then we eventually took this trail and we found them. So yeah, so like I guess back in the day, they must have just hiked up the creeks to look for the coal, I guess. I don't know. But you can see it when we get there. Did I bring my bear spray? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, look at this. You can see the coal right at surface here. There it is. And so I was hiking up here just now, and I noticed that somebody cut a tree there. What the heck did somebody cut a tree there for? But it must have been some hunters or something, maybe camped here, or just hikers. The ones that left the beer can and everything, but there they are. There's the tracks. So that's where the coal cart probably came out of the shaft. This would have been the mine shaft right here, I assume. Sunk a shaft right into the bank there. Geez, like, just unbelievable how hard they used to work. Just insane, actually, to think of it. But look at the coal. It's right here. Yeah, you can see it right when you come down here. You can see it right on the side of the bank. There it is, coal, folks. The most abundant resource. Just hard in the environment when you burn it. So yeah, this. I have pictures of us sliding down this creek in the wintertime. It was all iced over. But I've never been beyond here. I've never been up in the banks. I don't know if there's stuff up there. There's kind of like some bald patches. So anyway, we're gonna go for a little bit of a stroll here. And we'll see if we can find anything else. I've never been beyond this spot. Okay, so I'm recording with my iPhone 6 Plus. My 2014 is when I bought this phone. It's been around the block. Today, it's deciding to work again. Usually the camera's all screwed up. So this is the headwaters of a creek. You can see the horse has been using this trail. I don't know where this goes. Like if there's a destination or if it just runs, if it just ends or what, but it gets really tight. Definitely hiking or horseback only from here on in, you know. I don't know, I say I don't like hiking as much as I do quadding, but it's times like this where I could handle hiking, you know, when you're going through tight bush and like where there's a destination, like it's going to a place. That's where it's cool, you know. You can feel it get really cold right now. Anytime the water's close to the surface, you feel it drop. It drops like about 4 or 5 degrees. And it's just really, really cold right now. And I don't know, I mean, there's a trail here. Is this just the game trail? Are the horses using it? Maybe just the hunters are using it? It's crazy where a horse will go. They'll come right up through this like nothing. Yeah. You can see where they've been going up here. I guess we can go a little farther. I don't want to go too far. It's about 5:30 p.m. And oh man. Yeah, it's we're climbing pretty good. Just a real steep hill here. Hopefully we don't run into Mr. Grizz. Or Mrs. Grizz, it'd even be worse. With cubs. Holy smokes, man. This is a climb. You're not taking your quad up here. Okay. Getting up there. Look at this, look at the animals going over this thing. Hello? And I got a beer going too. There, here we are. Wow. Deep, dark bush. Lots of open patches here. I guess just natural? Or was it cleared at one time and it was, you know, something up here and it just never grew back? I don't know. It's probably just natural, I guess. Okay, we're gonna go back down. I don't know if we're gonna have time to metal detect today. It would be cool, but you almost need to devote a whole day to it. Okay. This is probably this iPhone 6 Plus's last adventure. Travel not recommended. Holy smokes, did I actually just come up that much of a hill? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, it's amazing where your little feet will take you in just a few seconds, eh? Okay, we're going back down to the creek. It's way the hell down there. I didn't think we climbed this high this fast, but I guess we did. I guess I'm still in pretty good shape there, folks. Oh, little squirrel. There you go. Oh, hey, buddy. How are you? He looked right at me there. Are you scared? Oh, you just dropped a freaking pine cone or whatever the hell it was. You're not even in the pine tree, you bugger. Just about hit me in the, spilled my beer, that guy. Okay, do these tracks have any dates on them? I don't see any. But I know they were tearing up tracks because they needed the steel for the war effort. Well, everything, they had lots of ability to make steel. It was just that, you know, everything happened a lot slower back then, right? So yeah, it must have went in here. There used to be a geocache here somewhere. But I don't know where it is now. I just don't know, folks. Now, was this just one shaft they had? Was it one shaft, or did they have a whole bunch of them? I don't know. But what I do know is that it went right in here. And they must have just dynamited it and blew it shut, eh? See all the rocks? Yeah. So I guess back in the day, you know, you just walked 5 minutes to work. You just walked down the trail and put your 8-hour shift in. I think it was 8 hours. I think coal miners worked 8 hours from what I read. But hard work, like all physical. Yeah, put your 8 hours in. Would have been just a small mine. I don't know how many, maybe 15 men or something. They probably worked day and night. Night shift and day shift, you know. Pretty neat. Be cool just to be able to just hit a switch and just go back in time. Right now, this road would be nice and flat. You can tell they, well, I don't know if it's, it looks like they carved it out of the bank. Looks like it was probably a good road at one time. They would have just chiseled away at it. Did everything by hand back then, right? Yeah, now it's all sloughed off and it's blended back in. That stump, it's almost green. It is green, pretty much. Okay, well, Team China, we're gonna back you up here. And that's all there is to it. It all helps out, folks. Just a little bit of, you don't even, a little bit of tree branch clearing. You don't even have to get the saw out. Just as I drive, like I'm driving about 2 miles an hour, I'm just grabbing branches. You know, look at this trail on the way in. It was, you know, it's not life or death that they have to be trimmed, but it's nice not getting them in the face, you know, like you're driving by and they slap you in the eyes or the face. Look at it now. It's nice. And they just leave those little ones. Don't worry about those little ones. Just leave them on the trail. Not going to hurt a thing. But if they're big, then throw them off the trail because they turn into stick stabbers later on, you know. But these are fine. These just get beaten into the trail and hold it together like rebar kind of thing, you know. Okay, well, we're just about on the trail that I haven't been on in 20 years, so I'm pretty excited. Let's go. Well, there's the mud hole he talked about. He said not to go this way because he had to winch. I remember this mud hole, but now there's a bypass. I don't remember that bypass being there years ago. We always went through here, but the quads could make it through not too bad, but I guess it got chewed up. Wow, look at this. I remember we used to take this trail. It's gone. Nobody uses it anymore. I don't understand it, man. I just don't get it. What happened that people stopped packing a chainsaw and clearing a trail? Like, I just don't get it. We used to ride them all. You look at all my old pictures. You see a Pool and Wild thing on the strapped on the front rack. Like, anything got in our way, we cut it out of the way. We go on. And then somewhere along the line, people stopped doing that. You know, I ran into a hiker on the trail earlier on in the day. She told me with horse tours and stuff, people don't want to go on a full day tour anymore. It's 1 hour max. Like, something happened to people. They're so in tune with their safety and their comforts of their own home. They come out here. I don't get it. Like, some of them just, you know, it's just don't, you know, they just don't want to go on an adventure anymore, I guess. You know, like, it's like a big freaking ordeal. Like, to me, I feel safer out here than I do in town. In town, there's drug heads, there's like mental illness people going around. Last weekend, a guy was stabbing people. Like, out here, yeah, I got to worry about bears and cougars, but I trust them more than I trust those clowns in my town, you know. Look at this trail. Hasn't been ridden. Not a track on it. Not a freaking track on it. We used to ride this one all the time. Anyway, I'll have to come back. I'm going to stick to the beaten path on this one. And I'm going to put my marks on my maps. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to just check these out. And they all go places. Like this one. This was a major shortcut to where I want to go. I don't have to drive all the way down this trail to get to where I want to go. I could just take this one like I used to. But look at this. You know, trees down, willows growing in, nobody rides it. Whatever, we'll take this way, we'll go this way. Even this one's not even, like, I mean, it's traveled, but it's not traveled that much. I'm so surprised. Blows me away. But that's what happens when nobody wants to break a branch or clear a trail. They go along, oh, there's a tree in front of me. Oh, that's it, I gotta turn around. No, that's not turnaround point. That's get your chainsaw out and cut the tree down. That's what that is, you know? But that's not the way some people see it, and then they wonder why the trails get grown in. And, well, that's why, right? Anyway, we're going to continue on. I just seen my first animal back there. I don't know if it was a rabbit or what it was, but it looked like a rabbit. Okay, so I'll just throw some old pictures here while I'm narrating. But basically, so this area was all completely logged on both sides. And you can hear my engine braking. That was before I put the Yamaha one-way bearing in it. So it was just freewheeling to the bottom. It's just so much better now with the engine braking. But yeah, so that's, this area is just a spot that, you know, we had the original trails. Then they came in and logged it. And then we had to basically hit our old cut lines and our old trails again. And they did a nice job, because you can tell on this one they didn't mess the cut line up. They logged on both sides, and they were good about it. But now they kind of sometimes they'll mess our trail up in the center. They'll scarify it. But that's just showing you what it's like going through this area. It's been so many years since I've been here, I honestly don't even really remember this trail. This is where they logged, all through here. It's all grown up now. This was all freshly logged the last time I was there. Not this part where I'm at right now. This is old growth. Back there, that section was freshly logged. Okay, so you can see this is the area I'm on. This is actually the cut line I'm on right now. And you can see like the old growth forest. You can see the real dark spots. You see all those light spots? These are all those cut blocks I'm talking about. So when I was in this area, like, well, it was over like about 20 some years ago, 22 years ago or something, they had just logged it. And so I remember coming down here. It was during hunting season, and I just remember coming through a cut block and seeing a hunter just sitting there. He's waiting for his animal, and here's about 6 or 7 quads rolling by, all loud exhaust systems and everything, you know. But I just remember him sitting in one of these cut blocks, because it's really good hunting after they log it. But yeah, you can see where they kind of heavily logged this area, and now you can see it's all kind of grown back. It's almost hard to tell now. But here's that cut line I was saying that nobody was clearing, was right there. This one I'm zoomed in on to the left. That's that cut line. Nobody's using it at all right now. I remember we went through this one cut block here, and I think I was riding the old Mad Cowie 400 Kawasaki Prairie automatic, the super trap pipe, and a clutch kit, and a jet kit, high performance. But yeah, anyways, it's crazy. Like, hardly anybody's riding these trails anymore. I just don't get it. Nobody explores. Everybody just sticks to the main beaten path, you know? Now this area to my right, I believe, was all logged. I think so anyways. It's actually grown up. Like 20 years later, it's actually grown up a little bit. Not fully grown, but it is growing up some. Man, this is so fun. I just love this. I love going somewhere where I've been before, but it's been a long, long time checking it out, you know. One of these days, or one of these soon, we're gonna come across one of those, and you're gonna see CE 99 or CE 01 or 02 or 03. I used to do that on all these trails. I still do it. I always mark my initials when I, not always, but sometimes. Just do it so I know what year I cleared that trail type thing. Yeah, okay, so this section here beside us, that was all logged. You can see all the new trees growing up. And this wasn't. This is old growth. Oh my, this is a good trail. It doesn't seem like there's lots of people running it, but it's still open. Bush rat running like a top, I'll tell you. Oh, what do we got here, folks? Probably just a dead end lookout. I don't remember this, but we're gonna go check it out. Probably if I hold it wide open here, we're not gonna see each other again. That's what I'm thinking. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's go check this out, folks. Wow, what a view, man. Just awesome. Yep, we would have been a goner had we went off of here, but we didn't. Oh man, been many, many years since I've been up in this country. I've been in the area, but just on other trails, not on this one though. We used to ride it lots though. And you know, you miss so much on a dirt bike. You're going quite fast, eh? So you just miss a lot. But on the side-by-side, you're going super slow. Yeah, geez, that's kind of dangerous, you know. Somebody's just driving down the trail at night. You better be on the ball, because otherwise you're going to be a goner. Well, now I know where I'm at. So, oh, looks like somebody's running mud bugs. Well, that's cool. You don't see them much anymore. So this is a cool little tunnel. It's the quads could go right through it, like to the other side of the train tracks. You can see there. I don't know if you can do it with a side-by-side. Looks like I can. I kind of want to try it, but I don't want to get stuck doing it either. But anyway, I got this old video from about 1999 or 2000. And I had my old Grizz. That was actually the time we came up to this old creepy cabin up here. And there's video of us jumping out of this tunnel in the wintertime. Just awesome. Like, winter quadding is so fun. But yeah, we're coming flying out of the bottom there and just launching her right out of here. Those trees wouldn't have been there at the time because it looks like they'd catch your handlebars now. But yeah, we were just coming in the bottom there. Like you see, light at the end of the tunnel. And then we just fly and launch her. We were landing like way out here. That was my old, I think it was a 1998 Yamaha 600 Grizzly, single cylinder, oil cooled. But I had a big bore, and I had a 640 big bore with a cam, a web cam, and clutch kit, and I had a lift kit with 28-inch ITP 589s. And this was the trip that those guys couldn't even follow in my tracks, and we ended up turning around. We were looking for the old POW camps, and then we ended up turning around. Jerry cans. We used to pack those little 5-gallon, or not 5-gallon, what are they? I don't know how many gallons they are. Just the tiny little jerry cans. We used to pack them, and I remember in the video they're flying all over the damn place. Anyway, I know where we are, so we're going to keep going.